how should we navigate this wave of PSA cards? How is that going to affect the market? You can already see we are starting to get that wave right now. It has started happening and is happening and will have yet to have happened. That made sense, right? Let's get started. Hello, beautiful people. Captain Zach Sparrow here. Let's not start off with if you're having a good day, because I know a lot of you guys are having good days. Let's start off with just have yourself a good day. So these waves of PSA cards. So PSA is really starting to chip away at the backlog now. There are several YouTube channels now that are starting to dissect the numbers and throw that out to you guys regularly, like weekly updates. And then there are updates from PSA themselves. You can go look at the pop counts as well. You can set up. There are apps to where you can set reminders if there's anything that changes on certain pages at certain times, or if there's certain where it's very binary, like if this number changes, then X happens, or if Y happens, then Z happens. There are a lot of programs you can run, and you can get real-time, up-to-date number changes if you're interested in something like that. I am not smart when it comes to coding and web development, that sort of deal. So that would be something to join some Discord groups or search around some forums to figure out all of that. But just know it's a thing, and you can see regularly, or you can just check for yourself. Just look on PSA the website and look. Oh goodness, yeah, there's a lot more Charizards from this particular set in the pop count now. That's good to know. So we're going to start to see that more and more and more moving forward. What will that do with prices? There's going to be more supply on the market now. So where do we think prices are going to go? There's more supply, so prices, let's probably just keep going up, because Zach said everything goes to the moon, right? So I'm expecting, first of all, I don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So this next like half a year or so, it could be, that's what I anticipate. This next half a year is going to be very interesting. I'm going to be monitoring everything very close to see how that impacts sets across the board. We're talking from base set all the way, so super vintage, all the way up to modern, and everything in between. It's going to be very interesting to see how that affects certain card prices. Certain grade prices will not be the same, generally speaking, so there will be opportunity there as well. Like, wow, okay, you know what? These PSA 9s, I don't think they should be floating at this price right now. I'm going to scoop some up. That could be a great buying opportunity when this mountain of cards just smashes us in our faces. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to be buying in during that time, or thinking to yourself, which is a logical thing it's a logical thought to have, would be, are prices going to continue going down? And at that point, we're going to be turning into the year 2022. We're going to be past the October hippity hype of celebrations and Fusion Strike and this and that and the high class VMAX sets. All of that is going to be behind us at that point. Now you've got Legends of Arceus coming out. You've got some cool stuff potentially on the horizon. I don't know what it's going to be. Will the Pokemon Company introduce another slam bam, thank you ma'am, I have to grab this set? Or will it be another, it looks kind of cool, it's new, so I'm excited about it kind of set? If it's going to be something like that, are we going to see interest wane enough, or dip, or just straight up crash and fall off the side of a cliff? Are we going to see that? Will we see that in 2022, which I am not expecting, but wondering, we're past the 25th anniversary set now. We're past all of these crazy, wacky bundles and this promo and that promo and the Galar partner pack, the first partner packs and this and that. What will we have then? We'll have something. Will it be enough? Will interest be enough? Will demand be enough? And we're having this PSA wave hit us at the same time. That's going to be really interesting how the market reacts to all of that. One thing I do want to say up front is, and I think I have this plan just around another video, but the economist Keynes actually said markets can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. Meaning, this price doesn't make sense. I'm going to be buying more and more and more and more, and then selling when it corrects itself. That correction might not occur in your lifetime. Now, he did say the stock market, and particularly when talking about Pokemon. So take that how you guys want to. I like to apply some of that knowledge toward the Pokemon card market. Let me know if you like to do the same. I digress. So let's go ahead and just pause from that just for a second here. What I'm also trying to look at would be, okay, sealed product is going to be impacted as well. Will it be impacted negatively? Yes and no. There are so many variables, potential variables that we can't even see yet due to the nature of this, since that everything will be in the future. One thing that I am trying to think through right now would be, I'm not buying a ton of modern product, especially brand new sets. If you can get them at great prices, I mean like great prices, we're talking sub $100 a booster box for whatever your set. If I can't get them for great prices, I'm holding off. I'm pumping the brakes on all modern sets right now just because of the potential for reprints, more waves. I don't like parking my money into a brand new set because, wow, we'll probably see this in rotation for the next 1, 2, 4 years. If the Pokemon company decides to change things up a little bit with the set rotation and say, hey, you know what? Sets aren't going to be in rotation for roughly 2 years now. It's going to be 3.5. That really changes how I personally would go about investing. And I know a lot of other people will change how they do that too. Not necessarily the exact same as me, but these are all things that you're going to want to consider moving forward. Now, you can't plan for every possible variable in the future and be afraid of that, because you're never going to end up investing at the end of the day. So, Zach, bottom line, what is the bottom line here? What should we be doing? At the end of the day, do whatever makes you happy. If you want to invest in some cards, here's the thing that I'm going to be looking to do when this wave is hitting us, which is right now. I'm going to be looking at scooping up certain sets and certain cards that make sense to me. If you know a certain set or cards that you want to have to display, put whatever, be looking at times when you can buy in bulk. When this massive mountain of PSA cards is smacking us in that face, you're going to want to make sure that you're able to have enough liquidity, enough funds on hand to be able to buy in bulk. A lot of times you can buy some great bulk cards. People are going to be selling bulk lots of PSA cards, but believe it or not, you're going to be starting to see that. I'm already starting to see that. Or even raw cards of certain sets of well, it depends whenever they get out those new waves too. So there are so many things, but buy in bulk, you can save a ton of money on that, especially if you can get some raw cards and you're able to buy in bulk for just a few dollars a card, that you can make so much money, potentially, nothing guaranteed here, after grading and fees and everything, shipping, like $20 of a card to send in that you could sell for $70 maybe down the line, depending on what the set is, what the card is. Another thing to keep in mind too, with all of this modern product, and I think I had this for another video too, but we're going to go ahead and touch on that in this video as well, if I could talk, would be, what about like rainbow rares or like any other type of version of the cards, any type of ultra rare, like the V cards of the ultra rares? What's going to happen with those? What's going to happen with the rainbow rares, which are already kind of being phased out? Like, do you really get super jazzed when you pull a rainbow rare? I do, just from the collector standpoint, but I'm talking about a collector investor standpoint. 8 years from now, 8 years from now, are people going to be jazzed about rainbow rares? Are they going to look back fondly on that? Is it going to be kind of forgotten in time? Alternate arts, that's the new hot thing right now. What about when there's going to be alternate art 2.0 versions? What if there's going to be light versions or dark versions of Pokemon that are alternate arts? That's going to be the new hot thing. Then what about just the plain alt arts of that same Pokemon at that time? Are those going to be like a light Arcanine? And then you have an Arcanine alternate art, and then you have a light Arcanine alternate art. That would be really interesting if they actually bring in Arcanine specifically for something like that. That'd be really cool. But what is that going to look like? What will that look like 8 years from now? What does that look like exactly from an investment standpoint? Now, time in history with TELUS, even with all these sets. And man, that's another video too. I'm just spoiling so many videos for you guys. Anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I am pumping my brakes on certain products, especially while this wave of cards is hitting us. Supply is going to take out some of that demand. How is that going to impact battle styles? How is that going to impact Vivid Voltage? People were grading Vivid Voltage cards during that time, more specifically. What were some other Champions Path, anything, any of those sets? Champion Path ETBs have not really moved. They haven't really moved lately over the last few months. I'm going to go over that in a video as well. But I should name, I need to title this. Here's an upcoming video idea for a future Zach. That's going to be the title. That's not going to be the title, but that would be very interesting. So I am waiting on purchasing a lot of modern product. It depends at the price. If you can get it at a great price, in my opinion, yes, you might have to sit on that for a long period of time. If you're okay with that, make sure you have some cash on hand so you can scoop up these, what I think will be particularly low PSA graded prices of certain sets. And again, it depends on the set, on the time, the pop report. Pay attention to all of that, guys. There's a lot that's going to happen. There's so much opportunity that's hitting us right now, just like a wet hot dog. Are you going to be able to catch it? That is up to you, my friends. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe and watch another one of my videos. Thanks for watching. And until next time. Guys, there's so much opportunity coming. Wait.